How does one finance a buyout of other shareholders in a family business? That's interesting. Well, it's probably easier just to speak to some of the options that are available. So if you're looking to finance, how does one finance a buyout of other shareholders? So I'm assuming that this person is already a shareholder. They want to buy out the other shareholders in their business. So there's a couple different ways that can happen. Aside from the legal document that you should read, that probably, the shareholders agreement that governs how this is supposed to happen between shareholders, if I just park that for a minute, kind of the options are something like this. You can go to the bank and look to get a term loan for whatever the amount of the offer is that you're going to be making for the shares. So if you own shares in a business right now, you want to buy out another shareholder, you will make an offer. That offer will be a financial dollar amount. You can go to the bank and see if they'll lend you that dollar amount based on the value of the business. So that's option number one, go get a loan. Option number two is that you can offer to buy the shares back from the other shareholder, but that you will pay that shareholder over time out of, say, the dividends or the income that you're earning off of your current shares. Or maybe they say to you, or maybe you say to them rather, I will buy your shares, and the dividends or the money I will make off of those shares, as I make that money, I will give it to you until such time as you have made X amount of dollars. So I offer you $100,000 for your shares. If I can't go to the bank and get $100,000, I will pay you $100,000 out of the income that comes from those shares once you give them to me. But because you're so nice to carry the financing, maybe I'll give you $120,000. So that would be called vendor financing or shareholder financing, where the shareholder says, sure, I'll sell you the shares, but you got to give me all the dividend income for the next 3 years, or you have to give me all of the income that those shares generate until such time as I've made X amount of dollars. So go to the bank, get outside money, or work with the shareholder to come up with a deal that works for them using the purchase price as the money, or do some blend of both. Go to them and say, for the $100,000 that I'm going to pay you for your shares, I've got a loan for $50,000, and I need you to carry the other $50,000, and I'll pay you out over the next 3 or 4 years. So that's kind of the very simplistic way of purchasing or financing, rather, the buyout of another shareholder. And it's not necessarily in a family business, although I'm guessing this person's probably in a family business, and that's why they asked the question. But financing a buyout happens usually the same way. You get outside money, or you use the shareholder as the bank, and you just pay them over time, or you do a blend of both. But that's typically how you finance the buyout of another shareholder in a corporation.